I've been watching some videos today. I like to watch videos on YouTube just as much as the next guy, but I got a guy I watch down in Atlanta, Georgia, called Evan Ramp, and he's in his late 20s. He's a photographer. He does really good work. Yes, I'm cutting my cigar with my pocket knife. That's probably against like every convention of cigar rules there is, but yeah, it works. As long as you're nice sharp. All right. And in this video that I watched of his today, he talks about his workflow with his Instagram photos. Now, I also watched a video by another gentleman the other day, and the show's called The Morning Jolt. You can search for it pretty quickly. And his point was that photography now has been reduced to the lowest common denominator. Now, I'm going to jump back and forth between these two YouTubers. I honestly don't remember the gentleman's name that has the Morning Jolt show. I've just started watching his videos because they're quite entertaining. He sits in front of a boom mic in a studio and he rants for about 5 or 10 minutes, and it's typically pretty entertaining. And he normally hits pretty well home runs with his subject matter. He was talking about the state of like North American, more or less, photography. It's not, it's not everywhere, but it is. It's come to this in this country pretty bad, in that your photography is turned into, oh, that's nice, and that's all you get. 2 seconds at the most, and it's that. Nothing more, nothing less. That. And it was so true. And today I watched Evan's video about his Instagram workflow, and he shows what the video ultimately was about. Was he puts a white border around his pictures, and people ask how he's doing it. Well, it's not real complicated. I mean, there's like probably 375 ways to put a white border on a photo that's digital. He shows his way, and his way is super simple and super effective and works perfectly every time. He's got a really good process, but he kind of walks you through his workflow while he was doing it. And from his own words, he spends like 2 hours editing a photo for Instagram. And then, he'll bring it in Lightroom, he'll do a bunch of this and that to it, then he moves it to Photoshop, or he'll do some more of this and that and tweak colors, and then he puts the white border, then he airdrops it to his phone, where he'll make yet even more edits, then he uploads it to the Instagram. Okay. If society has reduced Instagram photos to that, why am I going to spend hours lamenting over a single photo that's going to get that? Why would I do that? That's why I don't. Now, I'm a big proponent of getting it right in camera as much as possible. Now, there are some artistic things that you want to do to an image that the camera cannot physically capture, and that you have to do in processing. I mean, even Ansel Adams did it. He dodged and burned his images extensively when he was doing development. It's post-processing. They did it back then. We do it now with a computer instead of with sheets of paper and the projector and, running developer cooler or temperatures warmer or whatever to get the image to come out different. We just use mouse sliders, and it's the same thing. It's just done with more modern technology. So I might spend 10 minutes seriously on a single photo, and that's with me doing heavy adjustments and trying this and that, resetting the image, making virtual copies and comparing them. 10 minutes would be a long time for me to edit a photograph. I don't know if I could sit in front of a single image for 2 straight hours. I just don't think it's possible. Not for it to ultimately look almost exactly like it did when it came out of camera, but with just a little more contrast. And if you watch Evan's video, at the end he shows you the before and after, and the image looks like he pulled the shadows up, brought the highlights back a little, added a little more contrast, and punched out 1 or 2 of the colors just a smidge, and made it square and put a border on it. Honestly, I mean, I'm not dissing him. His photography's on point. The boy's got skills, and he's really good at what he does. I just don't see investing 2 hours of my time for a picture that's going to go by that quick. I just can't bring myself to do it. Now, if it was going to be displayed in a gallery, or if I was going to sell the prints or something like that, yeah, it's more valuable. And he is a professional, and I am a hobbyist. There's that. He's a pro, and he does this for a living, and he does have a very strong Instagram following, and I have a pretty pathetic one. So maybe there's a correlation there. Maybe there's not. I don't play the Instagram algorithms. I post pictures I like. I tag them with tags that I feel are relevant to the photograph, and I go about my day. And I have like 150 followers, whatever. I started my account about a year ago. The point being is that at the end of the day, I want to spend my time doing something more productive than editing a photo that someone's going to see on their screen. It's going to come up, they're going to look at it, that's nice, and then they scroll on to the next one. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see the value, and I just don't understand how he can dedicate 2 hours of his hard-earned time that he could be spending on things that would generate him revenue streams on an Instagram photo that's going to go by that quick. Leave me a comment. Tell me how I'm doing this wrong. Explain to me why I'm not seeing it correctly, because it don't make sense to me. I just can't wrap my head around it. I guess that's it. So with that, I appreciate you guys watching, listening to my mild rant. And if you enjoyed the video, give me a like. If you didn't, thumbs down it. I mean, this is what it's about in a free country. Shoot, for that matter, a free world. I got followers around the world. So, anyway, until next time, this is David, George Photographer, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. Forgot to light my cigar.